Welcome to Nothing to Fear podcast. I go by the name Chris BlonkoPro. I started this podcast to share my untold story, my truths, and my journey, and my close relationship to Jesus Christ. And I want you to create a life on your own terms. We always have a choice. This podcast is about career, hustle, perseverance, manifestation, fun, sport, entertainment, relationship goals, and making it happen on your terms.
Hey, welcome back to the Nothing to Fear podcast, the people's podcast, of course. You know, we're building a community, and I want you guys to keep sharing it. You know what I mean? Keep telling someone about it. Keep commenting, liking, and keep viewing it. You know what I mean? You know, we need that numbers to go up. So be a part of something great. So today, I'm gonna put you guys into the way I created 4K Cutz and BlonkoPro. You know what I mean? So it was all during the same COVID time. I figured out. I said I have to do something because I have a family to take care of. So it was all hustling. You know what I mean? Have nowhere to go. You know what I mean? And I turned the hustling into a business plan. You know, start doing my research. Start networking and start observing. You know what I mean? Because I'm getting older, as you all know. So we all do, but I'm figuring it out in my space that I'm getting older. I need to come up with a plan, a long-term plan, because I'm working for myself. I'm an independent contractor. I have nothing else to lean on, so I have to create something for generational wealth. So, you know what I mean? Anything can happen. So I said I have to register the business. So I went and registered the business and, you know, figuring it out as day goes by, come up with plans that can benefit when I retire, and creating a business that I can literally set the tone, set the plan, set the concept, and literally work away from the chair so I can have a passive income. So I already started the business and then start asking questions and start doing my research and stuff. So the research and the question that I ask, what I gather from it is that you have to really pay taxes. And beyond paying taxes, you have to create a structured business where the business pay you as a person, because most of us don't know that. You know what I mean? Most of us just work and the flow and work with whatever comes on a daily basis. So I remember I don't work for a structured business. I created my own business. So I'm getting older, so I want to step away someday and relax. You know what I mean? So I created a payroll. I go to my accountant, asked her the breakdown, and she told me I do my research, and I created a payroll. And the payroll I created is I pay into Social Security. I pay into Medicare. Because, you know, when you're older, you don't want to be searching for money to go to the doctor. You want to make sure everything is there for you. Just like you will work for an industry or a company or MTA or Con Edison, whatever you're working for, that have a structured system that's set up for you guys. But remember, I'm self-employed, so I have to create that for myself. So I go ahead and did that, and great. Tremendous. It's working out tremendous for me because, you know, being as most of us who do that independent contractor, we don't care about what happened because most of us have a hustling mentality. I was there, so I can tell you that. But we have to start set up structured business because especially we have kids, and then we're going to have grandkids, and we're going to have responsibilities. So I created that, and it's really doing good for me. So I will instruct or inform anyone out there to please go and create a structured business. Don't do it as hustling every day because it will hurt you. You're going to get old. You're going to want something to lean on. So creating a business, a corporation, which is I did my research and keep asking my accountant which one is better. So she said the corporation, I have an S corp, so the corporation is better to do what I'm looking for. It's gonna cost you, but it's gonna benefit you in the longer run. So that's what I go ahead and do. So after doing that, I was like, it's not enough. I have to do some more stuff. I have to do something more where I can step away from the chair and be out there and still making that passive income or residual income. So there, marketing my stuff on social media, I realized that I'm getting popular. And so if you're getting popular, what else you gotta do? Create a brand from it because you have a following. So I create a brand. So I call the brand Blanco. And the reason why I say Blanco is because my surname is White. So, and the meaning of white in Spanish is Blanco. And the way Blanco spell is Blanco. So I originally created for myself. So I take out the O, the A, and put O. So I spell mine Blonko. And then I add the pro to the end because of the professional way of how I go about business and the way I was looked at and the way I was referred to because I have a lot of customers, a lot of clientele, and they all respect the way I how and the manner of how I do my business. So it was only right to put the pro on the name. So I put BlonkoPro. And I was like, where I go from here? I said, okay, I have to create a trademark. And a trademark is a system or a way of owning a brand or your name that you created from scratch. So I started creating a trademark. So doing my research, I go to LegalZoom, free promotion LegalZoom. So I go to LegalZoom and I create a trademark. Before creating the trademark, I create a logo. And the logo, remember, don't jump and do whatever you want to. Make sure whatever you do, you have a connection to it because it's more important to represent yourself well with your brand. So I created the logo. I go and draw my own logo. So I'm a very energetic guy. I'm very big on energy and frequency and all of that. So I went and do a research. I research life. I said, let me research life because I'm that type of person. So I researched life. And when I researched life, the tree of life came up. So I know I can't use that, but I want to make sure it represent what I represent on a daily basis, who I am, who BlonkoPro is. You know what I mean? Because the best thing to sell is to sell yourself 100% of who you are. You know what I mean? So I see the tree of life. So if you look at the logo over here, you can see the head. I take off the leaves and I put the head that representing a haircut. And if you notice the line, how sharp it is, that's why the name of the shop is 4K Cutz. That's resolution. So I use that and then I put Haircut Pro because I'm a professional at what I do. And I was recommended. I was called that name. I was given that. I earned that. So, and then I put the clipper in between the eyes. And that was all my intuition of creating something that represent me. Because I'm big on life. I'm big on existence. I'm big on energy. So there was only right. So I turned the leaves into head, if you can see this. And I turned the roots into beard. And then I have existence in there. And the rest goes on and on. So I sit down and draw it out and send it to the artist and he bring it to life. And then I send it to LegalZoom to trademark. And the trademark process was a little bit rocky because it was my first time. So in LegalZoom don't do phone calls. So I can tell you guys, if you're gonna trademark and you can get a local representative attorney that you can use and pick up your phone and whenever you want and call them and ask them questions, go ahead. If you're a technical person and you want to do email, you could go to LegalZoom. Or if you have some questions and you want to stop by and you know me personally and you want to inbox me and ask me some questions, you're free to go. So do that. So I start my trademark, and the trademark process is to go by classes. So you have to pay attention to what you're looking for. You go by classes. So I do the class from head to toe. But I didn't know what I was getting into. I was just, beginner, finding my way. Make sure you all know what class you want. If you want to start off from a hat and a shirt, make sure you choose that class because The less you choose is the cheaper. Because I choose from head to toe, outer clothes, inner clothes, footwear, and all of that. But that put me to the challenge, forbid me. That give me a challenge to rise to the occasion. So I was like, nah, that's one thing in the past. I used to question, I used to procrastinate. I don't do that. I'm telling you guys now, work with your intuition. Don't talk too much. Just go ahead and do your thing. You don't have to tell everyone what you're doing. Just go ahead and believe in it 100% and what you're doing. Please, I'm asking you guys to do that. That's why I'm on this set right now with this podcast. I've named Nothing to Fear because I have to tell myself not to fear. And that's what we do. We fear, and then we fear, and then we fail. That's the number one ingredients for failure. So that's why I named the podcast Nothing to Fear, and that's why I end up here. And you see, everything came down in lineage where everything's all connected. Because every day I go, I get my local intuition, and I work with it. And I never hesitate. I just go ahead and just do what I have to do to survive. So this is Nothing to Fear podcast that I'm on right now. That created from where you hear I start from the beginning. So I create the brand, register it as a DBA, and there you go again with a DBA. A DBA is do business as. So when you register your business as an S corp or an LLC, I think you have 5 businesses that you can put there underneath that umbrella business as a DBA, and file everything as a business, as one business. And it's easier than to have this over there and that over there and that over there. It's gonna drive you crazy, and it's gonna drive you nuts. So you have everything underneath one umbrella. So your annual income is gonna be one price that you pay tax on. So very important, guys, and you gotta start paying tax and do the right thing, because some of us might say that we're not supposed to pay tax. I understand. I'm not mad with you guys. Trust me, I know that. We're in a system that we have to work 3 times harder than the regular people. You know what I mean? So it's very important to pay tax, and pay tax the legal and the right amount, because you take it from me. You're getting older. You want something to lean back on. Pay your taxes. It's very important. And if you don't pay your taxes, you can't own nothing in this country. It's very important. Yeah. So I created BlonkoPro. I already started a business, and I created a serum that is really doing well. I have the BlonkoPro merch that is gonna be debuting 2025. Different in the fashion world. So this is my information I want to share with you guys of the road that I take to be where I'm at. So I hope you guys appreciate it. I am BlonkoPro. This is episode 12. Remember, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to join the community. It's a great community. Leave me a comment. Say something. Let's build a comment. Let's build the future. Let's educate the kids. Until next time, God goes with you guys. I love you guys. I'm out.
Welcome to Nothing to Fear podcast. I go by the name Chris BlonkoPro. I started this podcast to share my untold story, my truths, and my journey, and my close relationship to Jesus Christ. And I want you to create a life on your own terms. We always have a choice. This podcast is about career, hustle, perseverance, manifestation, fun, sport, entertainment, relationship goals, and